I want to show you a technique, a new idea I have been using and experimenting with my students here in Seattle with. It is a technique that helps your students learn how to get a stronger connection, to learn to get closer to the feeling and the sound of the dampened larynx or the lowered larynx, which we all know is so important in sounding, really getting that world-class, theatery, boomy sound. Okay? So, it's a new idea, it's something I've been working on. I think you guys are going to like it too. What I've been doing is I've been asking my students to do onsets, and when they release into the onset, they release into what we will call a neutral or balanced position. Now, with my sign language here, this is a neutral larynx position. This is a dampened or lowered larynx position. Okay? So we're encouraging my students to onset into neutral, balanced larynx positions, and when we do that, it sounds something like this. We'll go to an A. Here we go. Now, that sound is a perfectly healthy sound. An audience would probably like it. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with the neutral larynx sound. Hey! It's just that the neutral larynx position doesn't give us the boomy theatery sound which your students are paying you money to teach you how to do. It's a lot easier to go me than it is to go me and get the dampening to work, which gives us that dampened, darker, more yummy, dark chocolate sound that we want from the dampening, okay? So, lowering the larynx is not a new thing. We know that that has a lot of value, especially for women. Those of you that are women and those of you that are training women, make sure that you become an expert at dampening the larynx, at lowering the larynx, and singing through a lower larynx position. It's really super important. And your female students need to learn to dampen the larynx. If you don't dampen the larynx and you happen to be a female, you can run a risk. It can sound quacky and screechy sometimes. To do we get around that? Train your student to lower their larynx, and this is a way we're going to do it. Okay? So again, I'm going to go. I'm going to sing an A, an onset on an A into a dampened larynx position. I'm sorry, excuse me, a neutral position. Okay, it's fine, nothing wrong with that. Now, let's go to the boom boom. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage my intrinsic anchoring set. Intrinsic anchoring set. There are 3 components. 3 physiological components and 1 acoustic component. You got your twanger, you got your tongue, you got your larynx, and then 1 acoustic component, the vowel. Okay? So I'm going to engage my intrinsic anchoring set, tongue, teeth, tongue, twang compression, and larynx. I'm going to engage my intrinsic anchoring set out of the neutral position. And then I will feel my larynx go down, and I'm going to hold it. I'll hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to hold it for like 2 seconds, and then I'm going to relax my larynx, let the larynx flow back up to a neutral position. Then I'm going to engage my intrinsic anchoring, hold the larynx down in the dampened position for 2 or 3 seconds, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to relax my larynx, let the larynx float back up to a neutral position. Then I'm going to go back to the contracted position, the muscular position, which is the dampening, and I'm going to hold. Now, with my sign language here, this is a neutral position, this is a dampened larynx. So watch how I do this. And this is what you're going to teach your students. Hopefully. You don't have to, but hopefully you will. Here we go. right, and it's neutral, it's only okay. Now it's dampened, and it sounds kick butt. Only okay. You see? By putting the dampened position right next to the neutral position, your student goes deeper. You go deeper in your understanding of the sound, how it changes the overtone. I call it the dampened overtone. It changes the overtone and the feeling. You can talk about lowering the larynx with your students and they will understand it. You can get them to do it. That's fine. However, if you ask your students to do this, neutral position and then dampen and hold, neutral position and dampen and hold, you're going to help your students learn to get amazing command and control. You're going to help your student learn to throttle that larynx. They can put that larynx anywhere they want. They are aware of it. They know where it's going. They know where they want to put it, and the larynx responds if you ask your students to do this. Contraction and dampen and relax, contraction and dampen and relax, contraction and dampen and relax. We're going to use this idea on an onset and then we'll siren. Watch what happens. Wait a minute, no. Okay, so from A to A, here we go. Ready and Why? Because back here at the beginning, at the onset, I dampen the larynx. If the onset is good, the singing that follows will be good. The singing that follows, the phonation that follows, inherits the qualities that happened at the onset. We knew that already. Okay? I'll do it again. Here we go. And this is an idea that I've been doing here in Seattle. It's getting great results. It's really helping students learn to dampen, relax, dampen, relax, dampen, and relax. Do this, and your students will be like, It's also synchronizing in the shower, in the car. Okay? So anyways, I hope that's helpful for you. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or send a response to the team if you have any good ideas about how to train students to learn to dampen the larynx and get a feel for it. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle, Washington. The sun is out. I hope everything's going great for you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.